what it is. It's GuESPers, the comedy podcast where Alex
And Mason.
try to strengthen our relationship, usually by reading each other's minds. But it's the tens. And you know what happens on the tens? We do guest stars, guest stars. And today we have a special guest. Catch him only supporting the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Catch him at the gym at like 6 a.m., maybe 5 a.m. I don't even know.
Five.
Five, certainly as early as physically possible. And just really a man that precedes his own name. It's John Jackson.
Hello. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Welcome to the podcast. And so, as confusing as it always is every time we ask someone to join us on the podcast, we are going to try to read each other's, all of our three now collective minds.
Yep.
But we give a little brevity to those who do not usually try to read minds by narrowing the field down to stars. And that could be any star, just any celebrity status.
Right, yes.
John, are you ready to read minds?
I will attempt. I'm ready to make a go of it.
Do we do mind melds on guest episodes? I can't even remember.
We do not.
We do
We've
not.
never
Okay.
done it before, so.
Yeah, that sounds way too confusing. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
I have to ask John, because I always get the question of just like, what is your podcast? Because it's like, I don't expect any of my friends to like listen to the podcast. Did you think we did like an informational podcast?
Let's put it this way. There are informational podcasts that are funny, but I knew that you were more like on the comedy side. So
The common side, I see.
The comedy side.
Comedy.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you called me common. I was gonna be like,
You commoner.
you common piece of garbage with your stupid podcast.
yeah,
Hey.
you're a muggle with mud blood and everything.
Oh, shit.
We're bringing Harry Potter in here. Dang, after everything what's-her-face has done. I can't remember her name right now.
J.K. Rowling.
Rollins, yeah.
Rowlands. Hey, John, did I tell you when I was in London, I went to platform 9 3/4?
No, you did not.
It is like super like not conspicuous in any way, shape, or form. It is like you come out of a very nice, what do they call it? Tube station. And then there's just like normal shops, and then just one of them is just a Harry Potter shop. Like it's like no big deal.
It really isn't. Yeah, it's super like nothing. Very busy though.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's where all the nerds go.
Yeah.
The shop is 9 3/4 feet. Oh, well, it wouldn't be feet in London, would it?
It'd be meters, meters, kilometers, centimeters, all of that.
And I have
Millimeters.
no idea what that conversion is. I was asleep in that conversion class for sure.
Okay, how is that even possible? Okay, a meter is like a little bit over a yard.
And a yard is
Kilometer-
like 3 feet, right?
Yeah, like it's like 3.3 feet. Okay.
We were watching a Japanese what do you call it? Like a home show. They were like showing off their apartment. And I know the expression LDK is like a metric for how big an apartment is in Japan. And living, dining, kitchen, by the way.
Okay.
And like 3 LDK means that you can fit like 3 living spaces with a dining room and a kitchen. And they were like, oh yeah, sorry, that's confusing for like most people. It's actually like, what was it, like 90? And then they used a crazy metric for like, instead of square footage.
Yeah, they used meters.
Yeah, it was like 90 meters squared.
And it's like, what is that?
What does
I don't
that
know
mean?
what that is.
90 meters squared. So 90 times 3, what would that be?
Enormous.
That's 20. Wow, that's actually.
That can't be right? No way.
Because I'm thinking 9 times 3 is 27.
7,
So,
yeah.
I love this riveting math part. Wait, we had an actual
It's
math
interesting.
teacher on the podcast, and we didn't even talk about this much math.
I bet she's listening to this episode because she actually will sometimes listen to our podcast. And probably just going like, man, why didn't we talk about math when I was on this?
I want to talk about math. I've already done the whole conversion in my head.
Yeah, that sounds like, speaking of math and mathematicians, my uncle does that. He can do accounting in his head without writing anything down. And to this day, he still roasts me for buying paper plates. And he's like, let's say you buy paper plates once a month. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
He's like, okay, it costs $14. 14 times 12. And then he goes on and says, well, you could be saving $200 if you just bought a plate set. I'm like, yeah, but I wash the dishes and that goes through my utility bill. He's like, well, how often do you wash dishes? I'm like, probably every week. And he's like, well, let's put it to pen and paper. And I'm just like, Uncle Cecil, please, just like, okay, just leave me alone.
I think he's that one. It's that we all got that one relative wherever they have like a thing whenever they like start. They always have like a signifying sentence where everybody in the room is like,
No, stop. Change the subject. Change the subject. I have a question though. If you use paper plates, do you use plastic utensils or metal utensils?
Metal utensils.
Okay. What's the like metric for washing those?
I just throw them in. I don't even care. I'm just like,
Which is whatever. You use a dishwasher, so.
Yeah.
Well, some people are like so penny pitching when it comes to their utility bill. They're like, wash it by hand, then you won't use as much water.
Okay. In my head,
that's the line.
No, in my head, I'm like, I don't like CoServe, but I take a shower every day after the gym.
Mhm.
I brush my teeth and I eat food and I use pots and pans and I use the dishwasher. I keep only like one light on at a time. I don't try to have all lights on in my apartment. So I try to minimize it, but it does add up. And CoServe just gives you your utility bill in the middle of the month as a preview. And you're just like, $80 again? Like, what is happening?
I so get that.
Too,
we get a weekly one, but it always says it's only an estimate and not the actual final number. So if I see that number's high, I'm like, oh fuck, that number's probably even higher. I don't even know.
I was gonna say, it's like that's scary. That's not my real number. What do you mean?
And then there's some weeks where it just doesn't do the number at all, and it's like your weekly usage is number dollars per week, and I'm like, what does that mean? What do you mean you don't know?
What do you mean?
Can't compute?
Yeah. We're just throwing Scrabble pieces at a wall. You may pay this. You may not pay this.
Fuck it. Hey, did you hear about that Gritty situation? Gridley. Gritty is the mascot of Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah.
But did you hear about that Gridley situation in Texas?
What, the power grid?
Yeah, so Gridley is a company that people would do, and it had surge pricing. And during the snowstorm, the surge pricing went to $9,000 per kilowatt hour. And Gridley sent out messages to their what do you call it? Not a consumer, but they're like customers.
Yeah.
That was like, you should drop us as a service because you're going to pay $9,000 per kilowatt hour. And so everybody was like, don't pay it, just wait. And then the Texas, like ERCOT was just like, Gridley is no longer allowed to be an electric company. And so they just literally canceled them off the face of existence.
Yo, like, I don't know about that one, but there was a mayor in Colorado City, Texas, and his Facebook post literally started with this sentence: "Time to hurt some feelings, you snowflakes." And I was like, yeah, because if I'm in political office, that's what I want to start a Facebook post with, right?
That's that fool that turned in his resignation, and then he wrote a really cruel letter to all the people of his city, isn't it?
Yeah. And he's like, no one needs to give you handouts. Don't rely on your local state government. You know what? You need to find ways, think outside the box. And I'm like, you are middle of nowhere, Colorado City, Texas, outside of like Lubbock. What do you think those people do for a living? Do you think that they're programmers? Like,
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I read the article, but I didn't read his actual, I like read the summary from the article about what he wrote. And he like leaves it with just like, it's survival of the fittest or like some shit like that. And it's just like, damn, dude, like John said, fucking, it's a small ass little fucking town outside of Lubbock. Like,
that's the wrong place for your weird pull yourself up by your bootstraps bullshit.
Right.
No, what am I gonna do? Drive to Lubbock and the one fucking Denny's that's out there? No, I'm not gonna do that. Like,
Oh, that's right. You would know about like Lubbock and going West Texas, right?
I actually only went to West Texas like a few times. We took more time in East Texas, which is like, man, in its own way.
East Texas.
East Texas.
I know a lot about East Texas.
At least in West Texas, there's that friggin', well, it's not Dr. Pepper anymore, but the Dr. Pepper bottling plant.
That's not in West Texas. That's
No.
down in Temple, right?
It's in Dublin.
Oh yeah.
Hey, John, you
No,
ever been
Mason,
there?
I was with you because I was like, wait a minute, and then in like, because Temple's outside of Waco, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
So-
which is more south than it is east. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is a podcast where we're supposed to be reading each other's minds. I got so excited about paper
Texas
plates
geography.
and Texas geography. Well, the episode's called Paper Plates and Texas Geography. I forgot what we were talking about. All right, focus. All right. I'm going to say this a little bit fast, John, but I'll tell you the gist after I do it.
Okay.
It's time for everybody's favorite part of the podcast where we arbitrarily come up with a question to see who goes first. And to slow down the version for John, I'm going to ask a completely random question, and which one of us it applies to will be the person who will go first.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes,
you
I'm ready.
Okay. The question is, who is the last person to drink water?
I just drank water now.
Oh shit, my cup's like right next to me and I drank like 2 minutes ago. I thought I was gonna trounce you for sure.
I don't even have my water in here. So
Wow, good job. I hope you get thirsty.
I have Fuji natural artisan water.
Okay, Mr. I buy paper plates. You have fucking Fuji. Fuji is a water that I know, that I know shit will buy my mom for her birthday because that's how much we can't afford Fuji water.
So there was an ice storm.
Yeah.
Oh, is that all that was available?
You got to treat
Yeah.
your body right.
That
Yeah.
is so funny.
You got to give it the best stuff. He's not eating the plates. That water's
It's
going
not
into
eating. Well, I mean, maybe he was eating the plates. We don't know what his
No.
fiber intake is like.
No. Oh, my fiber intake is great. Okay. And now I'm gonna go on a tangent. I eat quinoa, I eat broccoli, I eat black beans, I eat turkey, okay, with whole wheat buns.
Okay.
My fiber intake is perfect.
This is a man that goes to the
I got-
gym at 5 a.m.
I have two questions. One, can you repeat quinoa for me one more time? How did you pronounce that?
Quinoa.
Got it.
Quinoa,
Cool.
there you
I'm
go.
fine with that. And my second question is, one of those things you listed was turkey, which is not a traditionally high fiber food, but
Oh no, with whole
the
wheat
whole
buns.
wheat, but that's
With
what's
whole
important.
wheat-
The
whole
whole
wheat
wheat
buns.
bun.
Turkey
Okay.
sandwiches with whole wheat buns.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to make, because he listed it before the buns, and I was just like, wait, turkey? That's not.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like a kibbles and bits situation. Like,
And after chest day, you gotta eat turkey because it's great. So
it's just great. It's that they say you should eat protein with that 30 minutes of working out so that you can help repair your muscles.
that's exactly what I do. It takes me 11 minutes to get back to the house. It takes me 6 minutes to cook broccoli. It takes me 90 seconds to cook quinoa, so you messed me up again. And it takes me at least 10 minutes to cook a turkey burger. Yeah, I've got it all packed.
Damn, John, that's a clean schedule. I love that. I love a clean schedule.
That's all you gotta do.
Tight
Just
20
plan
or
it out.
30. Okay, so John, you're gonna go first. I already told you the lifelines over messaging, but I'll remind the audience there are 3 lifelines that we can come across, and that is what's the order? Which one comes first? The time period they're famous is, or what they're famous for? Which one comes first?
I think
Why they're famous.
What they're famous
Yeah.
for. Okay, what they're famous for, lifeline 1. Lifeline 2, time period they were most famous. They could still be famous.
Yeah.
And then the last one is initials.
Yeah, isn't that great that our guest knows our own rules better than we do?
Out of everyone I've asked to be on the show, he's the first one who wanted to know how it worked, like in detail.
In advance, yes.
Yeah, everyone else was just like, I don't know, sure. What do you guys do on your podcast again?
Okay.
I'm being dead serious.
What am I doing here? What is this? Who are you?
Who are you? How long have we known each other? I love, by the way, John, I love in our friendship that if I ever get curious of like how long we've known each other, all I have to do is look at when the Thing remake came out.
Yes.
And
2011.
And I could just be like, oh, there's the date. And then just go like 2 weeks before that or like 1 week or something like that.
Yeah, I just remember Real Steel with Hugh Jackman and everything. And I was kind of making fun of it because I was like, it's so PG and it's so like heartwarming and everything. I'm just like, oh, goodness. And you're like, actually, I think when he jumped and punched, it was actually really cool. Like, no, it's boring.
That wasn't me. I haven't seen Real Steel. I don't even know what that is.
The Hugh Jackman movie, the Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the Rock'em Sock'em Robot movie. Hell, I saw the fucking picture for Rampage and I was like, what is this, King Kong 2? And then they had to remind me that was a video game I'd forgotten about. Oh, whatever. John, think your person real strongly into the microphone and me and Mason will try to figure out who it is. Tell me when you're sending it.
Do I give like hints?
Not yet. So we're going to try to just like raw dog it right out the gate.
Okay.
So you just just picture the person real good in your mind, and then we'll start.
This is the first person I think who's had a very realistic reaction to figuring
most people are just like, okay, and then immediately think of a person.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, sure, whatever, that sounds fun. And John's like, this is stupid.
It is stupid, but it's fun.
I want to play by the rules. I want to, Okay.
Yeah. Start out totally raw. You want to dangle the carrot in front of us.
Okay.
You sending it?
Sending my vibes, sending a picture. What's up?
Yeah.
Just your vibes.
Mentally, just picture it so we can try to psychically connect. Okay, you got it?
Yes.
Eva Longoria.
Straight through for the throat with that.
Definitely say yes or no though to whoever it is. So if that's a no, okay, cool. Mason, do you want to take a turn?
Gosh, it's funny because we've already guessed this person in a previous episode, but I was thinking Madonna.
It's been fucking like 10 weeks at least since that.
That's true.
No.
Is it Madonna? No.
Madonna. Okay.
Demi Lovato.
That's a good thought. But no.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I just gotta go for hot ladies that John's into.
I feel like you have an advantage here.
Wait.
Although you saying Demi Lovato made me think Selena Gomez.
Also a good thought. But
damn it. Who? Oh God. There's so many hot ladies.
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, that's a crazy guess.
No.
Okay.
I'm thinking. I just get the feeling it's someone who's alive. I just get that vibe. Is it?
He just lost his job.
Ooh, what? What was that?
Man.
Oh, it's a guy who just lost his job? Is it the mayor of the Colorado Springs, Texas?
I don't know if I'd say he's famous.
He's famous in his town. Well, now he's famous because of everybody on the internet read his article. Well, I guess in the real world too. I'm pretty sure there's a real article about it.
Oh, who just lost their job? Oh, is it Donald Trump?
Hey, ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I was going to say Jeff Bezos because he got to step down from the CEO thing.
But he didn't lose his job. Wow, you just didn't turn your phone on silent.
Okay, I'm turning it on silent right now. I'm sorry, my mom texted me. I can't control her.
But yeah, he sure did fucking lose his job, didn't he?
Bye.
And the whole CPAC thing, and they had this gold statue of him, and I'm like, is this the guy that we're just like dying on a hill for? Not even like Reagan. This is the guy.
I know, it's so fucking frustrating. There's a so I recently had to start working out of the office again. I've been working from home for a while, but I'm back in an office now. And in the parking lot of my office building, there's a dude who has this really stupid looking like light neon blue car with like racing stripes, and he's just got a MAGA hat in his dashboard.
You know what? I am not even mad at the MAGA hats because I know people wear it to start a conversation or an argument. And because I do the same thing with the shirts that I wear. I'll wear like Nebraska, and people are like, there's no black people in Nebraska. I'm like, you're wrong.
Actually, but they're all over the place, actually.
I hate to burst your bubble, but sorry. Like, oh my God. So one of the math teacher friend, one of the nearby school districts by her, their fucking parents are trying to argue that their kids don't need to learn any Black history because it's not pertinent to their children. Fucking, and the school is like getting ready to uphold that decision. Fucking sickening. What? Are you kidding me?
What are you gonna do, Remo? What you gonna do?
This fucking world we live in, though.
Yeah.
How do you explain to people to just care about other fucking people and just not be disgusting? Like, why is that hard? Why is that so hard?
It's hard because if you live in Melissa, Texas, or Gunther, Texas, or Argyle, Texas, and there are no Black people within earshot of you, why would we study this? We don't need it. We all think the same. We're all in a conservative kind of upper middle class neighborhood, and there are no Black people here. Why do we need to waste time on it?
Do they think that America grew within a bubble and the bubble only includes white people in Europe? Like, they don't think that any culture influenced each other, or that, I don't know, we got horse saddles from down in friggin' like Middle Eastern countries and stuff like that, because we definitely didn't get them. We didn't invent those. We're too stupid.
Right. Oh, man. It's a lot. It's a lot because, if you don't leave your sphere of influence, and I hate to be like this because I love Allen so much, but Allen, Texas used to be like that. Allen, people didn't even want to leave the city. And when I graduated, I still remember the girl's name. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get her in trouble. But after we graduated, she's like, this is the first time I'm ever leaving Allen. I was like, there's no way. She's like, yeah, why would I go anywhere? Everything is here. Why do I need to leave the city? And I was like, BS.
There's a whole world out there, man.
Maybe because for like the majority of your time there were no Dairy Queens in all of Allen, and the only Dairy Queen was in Plano. Come on. That's not a good reason. That's a horrible reason. But I'm just saying, like, that's fucking insane to me.
And I was gonna bring up a point too, that like those same people who are very like, just to be blunt, racist, like just.
I don't think you need to be blunt. You're just being honest.
Yeah, like just the people like that. But what they will still, who think that America like grew in a bubble and that it's only like white people and those are the true Americans, they'll still gladly go down to, what was that place in Allen, La Finca?
Yeah,
they'll still gladly go to La Finca or any Asian restaurant and like eat that food.
Yeah,
like it's nothing.
Yeah, it's true.
Fucking whatever. Oh, real quick, before we jump off completely of all this, have you heard about all the child pornography in Allen, John?
What?
Okay. So I was going through my mom's mail, and she had mail from like all the way to 2019 stacked up in like a box of like garbage mail. And she had a bunch of Allen American newspapers. And I noticed that a month ago, front page, child pornography ring busted. The month before that, child pornography ring busted. And I was like, damn, like that's 2 months in a row. And then we got the most recent Allen American newspaper at my mom's house. And it friggin' the mayor of Allen, or mayor pro tem, I should say, was arrested because he was also in the child pornography ring.
We're talking about Allen, Texas, sandwiched between Plano and McKinney, right?
Yes, yeah. The mayor pro tem was arrested for being a part of a child pornography ring.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the city's going fucking bananas these days.
So nuts.
All right, so I guess it's my turn next.
Alexandria, just bring it down the room.
Sorry. It's called A Low and Then a High. Read a comedy book. Okay, so I drank water, the next most recent, so I'm gonna go next.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna bring up a person in my mind.
Okay.
In my mind's eye. Okay, I am going to. I'm cycling through. I'm trying to pick the best one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am gonna go with. There's just so many people in the world, you know? There's so many people I can pick. Okay, I got it. I'm sending it out. You guys can guess whenever you're ready.
Jodie Foster.
No.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Oh, you do like Robert Downey Jr.
You do like Robert Downey Jr. I don't think I've ever used him as a thought before.
No, you have thinking not. About it. Brad Bird.
No, God, if you had to ask me, I can only picture John Lasseter. I can't even remember what Brad Bird looks like.
That is hilarious.
He looks a lot like John Lasseter.
Do they look the same? That'd be really funny. What are you gonna say, John?
Every time I hear Brad Bird, my brain just jumps to the movie Birdman.
Oh my God. Oh, Michael Keaton.
John, have I ever told you the story when I was getting my flu shot around the time that Birdman came out?
No, what happened?
The nurse was giving me my flu shot, and she was just like, so what are you going to do? Or what did you do last weekend, I think is what she asked. I think it was like a Monday. And I was like, oh, I saw Birdman. And she was like, Birdman's in town? Oh, shit, who was with him? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what's going on? You're really, really excited. It's not a big deal. It's just Michael Keaton. And she's just like, wait, Michael Keaton, who the hell are you talking about? She was talking about the rapper Birdman, and I had no idea who that was at the time. I felt really bad afterwards, and she obviously felt horrible. She was like, she doesn't even know who Birdman is.
I know.
Yeah, Alex, put some respect on his name. Put some
respect.
No,
sorry. This woman thought this like tiny little white girl walked in there and was like, I went and saw Birdman last week.
Oh shit, maybe she's cool. Oh no, she's very white. She watched a movie about depression.
Michael Keaton.
That is not true. That is not true. You eat a very eclectic taste. Like you have Asian food, you like Mexican food sometimes. I mean, every time I would offer up something, you'd be like, again? I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, okay. Here's what I have to say about that. You always wanted to go to I just want to try. There's so many Mexican restaurants, you know what I mean? There's so many to go to Anna Mama's like 3 times in a row or however.
But if it hits it out of the park, I'm good.
It doesn't hit it out of the park because you always need to order 2 meals though, John. You always had to order 2 meals. That's not enough food then.
Anamias?
Anamias? Is that
I think that's it. I think that's it.
Yeah. They have one off of I just lost it. But there's a new one in McKinney that they built that's next to a Kroger's, and it's so great.
Man, I love new Mexican food. I want to get Mexican food. Now I want Mexican food.
Yeah,
Mexican food.
Right. We just shoved our faces full of In-N-Out.
Yeah, we just got In-N-Out.
I have no comment.
That's okay. That's okay.
I decline the comment.
I know you like Whataburger.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that when I brought it up.
That's not a big deal.
We got the 2 sides of the coin over here.
See, okay. Which one do I think is better? I think Whataburger is better. That's my opinion. That's okay. I came from California. I can say that. I'm allowed. Well, maybe if In-N-Out's fries didn't suck, but the friggin'
the whole menu. I'm sorry. Okay.
The whole menu. Hey, okay. Those burgers can be good. They can be.
Wow.
Okay.
You know what?
Well, one time my mom got a number 13 at Whataburger, and that's supposed to have peppers and onions, and all she got was onions. Like, come on, Whataburger, you couldn't afford some jalapenos? I'm sorry.
Maybe your mom was giving off bad vibes.
Oh man,
she was giving off the straight California vibes.
They were like, sir, we've got someone who lived in California for 23 years here. We need to get her the fuck out of this drive-through.
We've got a Code LA on our hands.
Code LA, I love
Code
that.
LA.
They like fuck up your drink on purpose. So good. Okay, wait. I'm still thinking of a person. Oh my god, we haven't even done it yet.
Oh gosh, yeah, we were in the middle.
You guys guessed 2 people, and then I got distracted by Birdman.
Oh gosh. Okay. Now I'm only thinking of fictional people.
Okay, well, I mean, yes, fictional people are famous, but I think right now we're doing like real human beings.
Okay, how about Benedict Cumberbatch?
No, it's not Benny Boy.
Okay.
Tom Hiddleston? Hiddleston?
Do I have like a type that I'm like just like giving off? No.
Yes, you do.
Oh, gosh.
All of these tall, gangly men are wrong. How about that? There's that. How about I say that?
Okay. I'm trying to get my brain off of Marvel now. I'm just so like.
Did I say they weren't in a Marvel movie though? I don't think
okay.
I said
Paul
that.
Bettany.
No.
Jeremy Renner.
No, why? Okay.
Tom Holland.
No.
Zendaya.
Chris Evans.
No and no. No and no.
Chris Pratt.
No.
Chris Hemsworth.
No, there's so many Chris's.
I love this because this has happened every single time we have a guest star on. We go through the Chris's at some point.
All the Chris's in like one go.
Chris Pine.
No, he's not even in a Marvel movie.
DC. That's DC.
DC, yeah. He's still a Chris.
He's
like the Chris's bastard cousin.
Have you seen Wonder Woman 1984?
No. Okay, so I have to say this. I am low-key boycotting any movie that's made now and set in the 80s because I'm just like, you are really disrespecting the good movies that were made in the 80s and thinking you can just recreate that. And I'm just like, no, it had its time. Don't try to mimic it.
That's a really interesting take, John. Damn.
I didn't mean to get that deep, but I'm just.
No, this is the deep thing.
Not the Allen's mayor pro tem was arrested for child porn,
or the deep-seated racism that's in our country.
Yeah, but no, yeah, you're not missing a whole lot.
Yeah, no, it wasn't very good.
Who else? Who else is out there?
You guys need a hint?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
What are they famous for?
What are they famous for?
I mean, this is gonna be kind of obvious. They're an actor. They're famous for.
Okay, so that really narrowed it down, huh? Okay.
Yeah, movies.
Paul Rudd.
No.
Okay.
We're like checking down a list. I bet John's got like an IMDb page up.
Was Randall Park?
No, God, I wish I thought of Randall Park. I love Randall Park. That goofy guy.
Brie Larson.
No, it is not Brie Larson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
No.
Oh, come on.
I gave him hope.
She like lifted the finger up, and I was like,
no.
Who else we got? I'm trying to think. Mark Ruffalo.
No, it's not Ruffalo Buffalo.
Going slightly off the Marvel train, Norman Reedus.
It's not Norman Reedus. Who would Norman Reedus even play in a Marvel movie?
He's technically been in a Marvel movie.
What?
Blade 2.
I haven't seen any of the Blade movies. I've like got this big Wesley Snipes shaped hole in everything I've ever watched because I don't think I've ever seen him in any movie.
Wow, I don't want to say the name of this movie and Wesley Snipes not be. I'm pretty sure Wesley Snipes is in this movie.
I'm getting the Google up right now because I'm ready for you to mess this up.
You not seen New Jack City?
Oh my goodness.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's him right there on the cover.
He's on the cover. That is him. It's right there. No, I have not seen New Jack City. I actually never even heard of this. It looks good. I do want to watch it. Like reading it. Oh my God, who the hell's Van Pebbles? Ooh, what'd you say?
Oh, speaking of the crack epidemic, I watched this documentary on Netflix called Crack, Corruption, and Crime or something.
I've heard of that.
It talked about the Reagan administration flying in crack cocaine in a devastated New York and all these different cities, these inner cities throughout America. And I called up my dad and I said, I thank you for moving to Texas because you know what? We got brisket, we got Dr. Pepper, we got all this other stuff just in our face before we get to crack cocaine.
No, right? Who needs crack when you have burn ins?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God,
I'm having a bad day. I go to Whataburger and I'm like, I was tripping about nothing.
Nothing was even wrong.
Right.
Dude, there's a guy down in Dallas. Oh, I feel so bad. I can't remember the name of his pit mess. That I've been listening to food podcasts. That he has caramelized his burnt ends so good. He was like, I'm gonna dunk these in dark chocolate. So it's dark chocolate brisket burnt ends.
You know what?
They're actually good. That's the crazy thing is everyone across the board has been like, this is actually really fucking good.
And it's in Dallas?
It's in Dallas, yeah. I'll look up the name of the barbecue place. Add it in post.
In post.
In post. You want to get barbecue in Dallas?
Okay. I gotta get serious. You
guys want another hint?
Yeah.
What's the
yes?
The next one is what for the fame?
Yeah.
Go back. 10 is 10 years too long? Let me check one thing. I just gotta check one thing. Give me 1 second. Oh, Denzel texted me.
That's 2011.
Wait. How did you know what I was just Googling?
Well, because you said 10 years back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was exactly correct, though, that it was 2011.
So the peak of this person's career was
not the peak.
Oh, okay.
That was like when they were coming into head of like a lot of people were like, this is the name. You know what I mean? Still famous now, I would argue. Maybe a little hotter like 2-3 years ago, but not hot right now. Just had a new movie come out.
Just had a new movie
come out.
Just had a new movie. Hang
on.
Your favorite person on the face of the planet, Jared Leto.
Oh, fuck, I hate what Jared... Why would you even... What does he even have that's out? I don't even like Jared Leto. I didn't even know he has a new movie.
He has that thing on HBO Max. There's like a new one on HBO Max or something.
God, no, I don't like Rat Man.
Okay.
He sent a rat to Margot Robbie because he was in character for Suicide Squad. Yeah. And then she kept it as a pet, but then she couldn't take care of it, so she gave it to one of the other guys, and he kept it as a pet. Well, it was Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Got Margot Robbie's rat from Jared Leto.
Okay.
It's true. This is all true.
2011. Who was really coming up in 2011?
Coming up. That's them.
No, that was before 2011. I was gonna say Michael Cera.
No, wait, that's like Juno level. You're like way off.
That's 2007.
What Marvel character would Michael Cera play?
Oh, so they're in a Marvel movie.
I mean, I've been talking about that this whole time.
Okay, 2011. That's Chris Hemsworth.
I never confirmed it, but I'll just confirm it. Yes, they were in a Marvel movie.
Okay, well,
more than one,
really,
I guess is what I have to say.
That really narrows it down.
Well, yeah.
Goodness.
This is how it gets though. It's like right there.
Sebastian Stan?
No. Fuck. What are you thinking? The Devil Around Me All the Time, or whatever the fuck that movie's called?
What? The Devil All the Time?
Devil All the Time.
No, I was thinking
the movie that came out recently.
Oh.
Because you have to think of all the moving parts.
ScarJo?
No. What's
Terrence Howard.
What?
Terrence Howard.
No, God, no. Poor sport with his little hat.
Who had a movie come out recently?
I have no idea.
That was also in a I'm just going to ignore the second half of that and just focus on the Marvel
John appears to have given up. So as soon as you are the relenting wall, I will release the final information and you guys will get it basically instantly.
Stanley?
Flat Stanley? No.
Stanley. Okay.
Oh, Rip though, for sure. I should add that.
What's his name? Clark Gregg? Phil Coulson?
No. He's been doing Lifetime movies. Living his best life. You give up, man. You're the wall. You're the wall that won't.
Don Cheadle?
It's not Don Cheadle.
Okay, yeah, no, I give it.
Ryan Reynolds?
What'd you say?
Ryan Reynolds?
No. All right, here's the initials. I-E.
I-E?
I-E. Y'all still confused?
Oh, shit. Shit. Oscar Isaac?
What? That's not I-E, that's O-I.
Oh, dang it. I did it backwards. Yeah.
You did it backwards? O wasn't in it at all.
I do love Oscar Isaac.
You were just reciting vowels at that point. You're like A-E-I-O-U.
A-E-I-O-U.
Sometimes Y.
Yeah, sometimes Y. J is a derivative of Y, something like that.
Yeah.
Now, etymology is fun.
Let's break down the roots of words.
Was the 2011 movie the Marvel movie?
Yeah, although he was definitely in movies before that. I'm not discounting his career before that. in any way. There was definitely probably bigger movies than.
So the only Marvel movie that came out in 2011 was Captain America: The First Avenger.
Oh, are you right there though? Are you sure? Do you really want to say that out loud to the audience?
It's either that or Thor, but I thought Thor came out in 2010.
Ooh, Thor came out in 2011, fam.
Oh shit. Okay, so it's Thor then.
And come on, well, I already gave you the initials. I don't even know how to narrow this down any more than saying the name at this point.
Oh, Idris Elba, dude.
It's Idris Elba.
What?
He's Heimdall in more than one movie.
Yeah.
Multiple movies.
What movie did he have come out just?
Lupin.
That's Omar Sy.
Oh, fuck, I did do that.
God.
Why does he remind me of Idris Elba so much?
I don't know. You mean because you're racist?
I have face blindness.
No, stop.
Hey, but there is systemic racism, and I probably have participated in that. Okay. And I'm sorry. And that fucking sucks.
To the listeners out there, you see how easy that was to admit and just move on and correct your ways?
That's what's important. Although I will say in this case, I do have face blindness. I will admit that probably I've definitely committed and participated in the racist system 100%. But in this case, I do have face blindness. I just got to remind everyone.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's Omar Sy.
Gotcha.
So but yeah, Idris Elba. All right.
Low-key forgot he was in Marvel movies.
Low-key.
And I have been watching Molly's Game, which I watch it and I just think, yeah, that's how my parents are. That's how my family is actually, where he's like hard on his daughter because he's a lawyer and everything. I'm like, okay. I'm sorry for getting a little depressed right here, but so my dad joked, if I get this job that I've been interviewing for and stuff, that I need to think about buying a house. And then my aunt, who lives in Missouri, who is stingy as fuck, is like, you actually need to think about buying a house. What? And I was like, you guys need to stop with this whole equity thing. And some of us millennials can't keep a job because they don't like us, because they don't like, we know different things. I decline.
Like, not to blast your work history or anything, but like, they think based on your work history, they would fucking know that you have a problem with that. I mean, as does everyone, but like, Jesus, you did nothing wrong in either of your like move outs of businesses.
You want to know something? Very short, my former coworker, she texted me, she said, yeah, so after you left, after we all came back from vacation, everything changed. He started yelling at people. You could not go to the bathroom. He would yell at you. If you looked at your phone, he would yell at you. If you took too long at lunch, past 30 minutes, which they had an unlimited lunchtime, he would start yelling because we weren't working hard enough. And she said, I had to go. And she got fired. And she got released after she sent her 2 weeks notice in. And they let her work for 2 hours and then told her to get her stuff and leave. And I was just like, what is happening?
Man, you really dodged a bullet. Something went fucking bananas with that dude.
Can you do that? Like if somebody's turned in their 2 weeks?
You can definitely.
Damn,
just
that
let
sucks.
them know. Yeah. The only thing that you get, because you can use that as an argument though to get unemployment.
Yeah.
Because like you put in a notice that you were going to stay for 2 more weeks, and them superseding that and letting you go before that gives you grounds to, but then you have to argue with the state system, which I have done and isn't great.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks though. Did you get unemployment, John? Is that okay to ask on the podcast?
So that's a no, but here's the thing. I'm so close to getting this. I'm literally in the 4th round, which is more than anybody can say. And I just took this 310 questionnaire, 310 questions survey. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't want a house. I just want to live. I want to stay in the apartment that I got or move closer to, it's off of Tennyson. It's kind of like where you guys are. So
okay.
I mean, fuck. There is no one that deserves this more than you. That's all I gotta fucking say. Like, no joke. Right. I'm always rooting for you in all these friggin' jobs, man.
Here's the thing. See, I don't want to get into it. Let's go to Mason's thing, but I'll talk about that later.
Okay, no problem. Mason, you got a person for us?
Yeah, actually, I've got one.
You've been holding it?
Ready. Yeah.
Okay, send out those waves.
And go.
It's absolutely a slam dunk. I am so confident it's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No.
Fuck.
That has happened before though, John. Where in one of our previous guest episodes,
Nick.
when Nick was on, it was Alex's turn, and she was like, "All right, go," and then Nick was like, "It's definitely this person," and it was that person, and we all freaked out.
Fucking awesome.
I'm guessing Rob Zombie.
No, that's a good guess.
But it's Bob Dylan.
No, it's not Bob Dylan. I have been listening to a lot of.
Listening to Bob Dylan.
It is not Bob Dylan.
Hey, John, do you know Bob Dylan and Obama have a podcast called The Renegades?
No. Bruce Springsteen.
Very
Obama different person.
Have a podcast called The Renegades.
I knew that. I knew Bruce Springsteen and Obama had a podcast. I was like, Bob Dylan.
Can you imagine?
If you mix up Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen, does that make you racist?
No, they're both like revolutionary kind of guys that write songs about how the Vietnam War was bad and how they trashed youth, back in the 80s and stuff like that. So
that's good. Right. I like that.
And both of them have very unconventional singing voices.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, they don't. I'll say it. I'll be the brave American.
They don't have singing voices.
They don't have good or bad. I would say just nothing.
I'll agree on that with Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I was like, if you can one of them, you have to pick Bob Dylan.
But I don't know. Bruce can really wail it sometimes.
Blue. That's him. That's how he sings.
Yeah.
If that's singing.
Hey,
no. That's how Sting sings.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's drag Sting.
Let's drag fucking Sting right through the bottom of the ocean.
I just think it's funny.
It is funny. Fuck him. Fuck Sting. Who cares? Is it Sting?
It's not Sting.
I was like, maybe you're trying to do a double fake out. You're like, I'll say the name, but I won't tell you. So it's Bruce Springsteen?
Is it Ringo Starr?
It is not Ringo. It is not
Paul McCartney.
It is not Paul McCartney.
Oh, hey! Virtual high five, John. Yes. Okay. It's definitely Ronald Reagan.
Ew, no.
Mick Jagger.
No.
Do you have the moves like Jagger? Because it's fucking the lead singer of Maroon 5. What's his name?
Hmm? Can you name him?
My brain keeps telling me it's Rob Thomas, but it's not Rob Thomas. That's Matchbox 20.
Yeah, that's another M band. No, it's not. It's neither of
those. Who's the
Adam
lead
Levine.
Singer? Adam Levine.
I
hate that guy. He's such a douche.
Took his shirt off in the first 10 seconds of the Super Bowl.
Nobody wanted to see that. Put it away.
So Adam Levine was on The Voice. I don't know if he's still on there now, but my grandmother is so hardcore when it comes to The Voice. She watches it, and I was like, "Hey, Grandma, how you doing?" And she's like, "None of these people can sing, Jonathan. I don't know why they waste their time coming on this show." I'm like, "Grandma, give them a break. It's a sob story."
You're trying to make TV.
Yeah, they just want to be on TV. That's what it, And she's like, "They need to be told the truth. Don't coddle them." I'm like, "Grandma, why are you like this?"
And people have made their careers off of those fucking shows.
I'm just trying to picture your grandma watching The Voice. That sounds so awesome.
Oh no, she does it to roast the people. She did that with Biggest Loser. She's the biggest fan of Jillian Michaels. I'm like, dang, Jillian Michaels didn't have to go that hard. And she looks at me and says, "Some people need that." I'm like, dang, Grandma, why you like that?
Grandma, why you gotta be
fucking just dunking him in the toilet.
So fucking good. Okay, I'm focused. It's the How to Catch a Predator guy for sure.
Chris Hansen.
It's Chris Hansen.
No, it's not Chris Hansen.
Why is it not
what about
Chris
the
Hansen?
Van Hansen?
Oh shit, all three of them.
Yeah. Do you know my mom was a huge fan of Hansen? Not me, her. An adult woman.
I actually really liked it.
Okay.
I had a Hanson CD.
The one where it looked like there were just three guys with long hair on the cover.
Yeah, it's called 3 Car Garage.
See, that's a man that's committed. He's got loyalty.
Y'all roast me because one time I said Alex Wolff looked good, and then it was like Alex loves Naked Brothers band. Like fuck you
That's
guys.
very true.
Why don't you go listen to Hanson, you piece of shit?
Me and our friend Drew totally roast Alex because she thought Nat Wolff was hot.
Nat Wolff, yes. One time, offhanded comment. Sorry, you look good on like a GQ.
We just randomly break out Crazy Car like all the time.
That sucked.
That is funny. That is great. The next person I've got is, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Do you want to?
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd? No, it's not The Weeknd.
Yo, you watched the halftime show though? I mean, I'm sure you watched the fucking football game, but
I watched the halftime show and I was just like, he's got so many better songs than his current stuff, but it's okay.
He's got so many. That's the thing that I took away was I was just like, damn, The Weeknd's got a lot of songs though.
Like I'm not. I'm gonna sound like the biggest like douchebag hipster ever, but like
I was listening to The Weeknd before it was cool.
I was though. I was on that shit when like House of Balloons first came out.
I got the CDs, man. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, that Dirty Diana cover.
Oh yeah,
like
perfect.
That's my shit. But yeah, no, it's not The Weeknd.
That sucks, but it's not The Weeknd. I need a hint, John. You need a hint.
Yes, I do need a hint.
Okay, so it's what they're famous for.
Yeah,
right?
Is it a musician? Fucking give me something.
He is an actor.
We've been in the wrong vein this whole time. I'm mining
the wrong entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Fuck. I should have stuck.
They cross stream sometimes.
Kevin Hart.
No, it's not Kevin.
Oh, does he cross?
No.
Oh, okay, I was like, do we have an actor and a singer?
I was just making a joke. Those industries do cross, but no, this guy is hard in the acting lane.
Oh, John, you want to hear the horrible sentence I said? Yes, no, like 4 days ago, and Mason like roasted me the fuck for it.
What?
I offhandedly, very ill-advised, said, how many musicians really made it as actors after they were done doing music? And I just got fucking blasted. Mason all day was just like, here's another one. How about this?
The whole Disney catalog, goodness.
I'm a fool.
Right?
I'm a ding-dang fool.
And then we have people, like you said Disney, it reminded me. People who started out acting, went to music, and have since come back to acting. Justin Timberlake.
Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx actually did like three different things.
That's a fucking. And I said Ludacris like right off the bat.
That Ludacris. Okay, so when given the prompt of who is a musician turned actor, the first person Alex thought of was Ludacris.
Well, I just see my mom watching one of the Fast and Furious movies. Maybe my mom shouldn't be so fast and or furious.
Nothing against Ludacris, but like there's definitely better examples.
Yes.
Says the guy who said Marky Mark like third.
That's a good example, though.
That's a very good example. Mark Wahlberg is like 50 and he's still doing the same exact movie. Like he plays a cop that's in Boston and the movie makes over $100 million. And it's like, oh yeah, I get to live in my house again.
Like, we get it. You're from Massachusetts.
You're from Massachusetts and you like to do movies that have like one word or the blank movie titles. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. No, I can do this. Okay, they're an acteur. And you basically confirmed that they are not a musician.
No, they are definitely not a musician.
The way you laugh really gives me a lot of fodder here because it absolutely, without a doubt, is...
A lot of doubt. That sounds like a lot of doubt.
I have a lot of doubt. Fuck.
Let's say you can't really will it.
I gotta switch off
Molly's game.
I gotta stop looking at her. She's getting me.
You can stop looking at Jessica Chastain's beautiful face.
Is that Jessica Chastain?
Yeah.
Yes.
Face blindness. I got face blindness.
In your defense, it is in black and white, and she is wearing sunglasses.
Oh yeah, sunglasses don't help at all. Okay, it's a boy. Like a boy in this guy who never acted and.
Thinking about this person as a boy, like a boy.
A boy.
It just doesn't.
Okay,
feel
so
right.
It's a manly man. It's George Clooney.
Not George Clooney.
I don't know if he's really manly.
I mean,
It's Vin Diesel.
No, it's not Vin Diesel.
Not Vin Diesel.
I said a man, Alex. I'm just kidding.
Not a penis. Not a walking penis. Well, maybe he shouldn't be so bold. Bruce Willis.
No, it's not Bruce Willis.
Not Bruce Willis.
What are we just on walking penises now?
What other bald guy can we get up here?
We need one more bald man to complete the bald trifecta. John Malkovich.
I don't
It's
know.
not
Whoa,
bald, but I'm
you
just
took a
naming
hard
John.
left. I mean,
What?
he is
I
bald.
just wanted to join it to another man. Okay, a man that could not be a boy. Who is a man that's not a boy?
I don't know.
It's Ethan Hawke.
No.
Shit!
It's not.
You
Rob
stuttered
Lowe?
though.
It's not Rob
Is it
Lowe.
Rob Lowe?
Man, what's crazy is these are all people I thought about using tonight.
Oh,
But it's not the
Rob
person
Lowe's
I'm thinking
such a
of
good
currently.
Yes. Wish it was Rob Lowe.
I do love Rob Lowe.
God, I love Rob Lowe. Where's he been? Ever since he did that Fireman show, I haven't seen him at all.
Stupid, was it Lone Star 911?
Yeah, Lone Star 911.
I always get Rob Lowe, Ethan Hawke, and what's his face mixed up. I always get those guys mixed up.
Who's the what's his face?
No, there's always three of them: Ethan Hawke, Rob Lowe, and oh goodness, I can't remember the third guy.
That's okay.
I'm Rick Perry right here. I just can't remember the third one.
That's a good reference.
A good fucking reference. I always get Jake Gyllenhaal and Ryan Reynolds mixed up.
One's annoying and one's not. Like, come on.
Oh man, now I'm really curious.
Rip. It's he said, I bet. Let me guess for you, John. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal is not annoying. Ryan Reynolds is. Yes.
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 That makes sense. That tracks.
Yep.
Yeah.
God, I want to see Nightcrawler.
You have to see Nightcrawler. It's so
I was
good.
supposed to see it with John, and then I had to do something.
I want to see the
Sorry, John.
what's the one where it's like in the art world? It's like Velvet Buzzsaw. Isn't he in that? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Velvet Buzzsaw.
What's
I've never
Isn't
heard.
that Velvet Buzzsaw? Am I completely off?
No, 2019 movie, Velvet
Yeah, there he is,
Buzzsaw.
right
Yeah,
there.
there he
That's
is with
his face.
sunglasses. Not sunglasses, glasses. He looks like what's his face from what did we just watch? American Psycho.
Patrick Bateman.
Oh, Bale.
In this, the way he's
Christian
dressed
Bale?
and the way his
Yeah,
body
Christian
language
Bale.
is.
Oh, I guess I could see that.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he
Uh,
looks like Christian Bale. I'm saying the character reminds me of Christian Bale's character.
Okay, yeah. I want to see that, and I want to see what's the other one that he's in that I want to see? Nocturnal Animals with Amy Adams. Isn't he in that?
Well, let's just bring up another Google page.
I did like the same thing twice.
That's a 2016 movie.
Amy Adams, man, that's.
That is.
That's-
He's right there.
Yeah.
With his nose. Or maybe it's
That-
Ryan Reynolds.
That's
Okay,
a-
wait, we're back on this. What are we doing? What'd you say, John?
Oh, Amy Adams, I feel she missed her chance to get an Oscar because now she's not doing Oscar quality films. And I think Jessica Chastain is going the same route. She had some very Oscar worthy movies and she just missed her chance to get it.
Yeah, it's sad.
Is Amy Adams the one in I Care a Lot, or is that
No,
someone
that's
else?
Rosamund Pike. That's Gone Girl.
They
We have the
look
Gone Girl
same.
guy on the podcast,
I'm
and you know
sorry.
who the Gone Girl girl
I
is.
don't know who the Gone Girl is. Gone Girl's really good though.
My condolences.
I'm doing my best. I really want to watch that movie, but we're gonna watch Judas and the Black Messiah first.
I do love Lakeith Stanfield.
Look, Stanfield fucking rules.
Okay, now see, this is where I get like.
What? You don't like him?
No. I just, any film that has to do with Black history, I have 2 bullet points. I'm like, I'm going to hear about it from my dad, so why do I need to watch it? The second bullet point is when I see historic inaccuracies in a Black film, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, it really mars the God.
Like impact of it, or
More so than I think white or European historical inaccuracies.
yeah, like if there's a historical inaccuracy in like Mank, like who gives a shit?
Nobody's gonna give a shit. Nobody's gonna
Right.
give a shit if somebody fucked up in Argo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Right. They add a little
that's
extra
so
mustard.
fucking true, John.
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. See, that's a fucking white privilege bullshit thing that I didn't even think about that as a problem,
Yep.
but it totally is.
It's okay. I try to tell people to read books and don't just believe everything you see in the movie.
That's true. That's so true.
Very true.
Because it is definitely 1000%. I'm getting right up in Mason's face because I am so confident
6 feet, please.
that it's fuck you, George Lopez.
No, it's not George Lopez.
Damn it!
All right, do you want the
Whatever.
era?
When were they famous?
90s.
The
Oh,
90s.
Okay. Actor in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah, actor 90s. I'm pretty sure.
Big in the 90s.
Yeah, well, his
He would have
big
been
movie
most
came
famous.
out in the 90s.
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, that's a very good guess, but no.
How do you talk about the fucking reverse bell curve that is Leonardo DiCaprio's fame, though?
Oh, that's really fucking true, isn't it?
Because he, like, goes up in the 90s, fucking disappears for several, like, 10 years, and then just fucking right through the roof.
And then The Departed came out.
Oh, God, The Departed.
It's another movie where Mark Wahlberg plays a real Boston.
And it's another The Blank movie. We were talking about The Departed killed Leonardo DiCaprio's current career.
No, it didn't kill it. It brought it back.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, God, the 90s.
90s, big movies in the 90s. I'm thinking Titanic. What else was big in the 90s? I gotta
get my Game Boy, and I gotta go back to the 90s.
This Godzilla. Is like
topical. Yeah. This is topical because today is Pokemon Day. I mean, not when this episode comes out, but when we're recording it, it is the day that the 25th anniversary of Red and Blue.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, right?
You know what? These kids need to suffer because I remember us having Game Boy Pocket and having to connect it with a USB thing to play each other. And now every 5-year-old has a cell phone. I'm sorry, okay? They need to learn that AA batteries do not last.
And that your screen isn't always going to be backlit. You can't play at night.
Oh, that's so fucking true. You playing in the car on a road trip and you're just praying for every single street light that you can like click at that exact moment when it goes by.
Yeah.
Oh, the real struggle.
I wanna narrow it down even more. Specifically, the big movie he was in came out in 1990.
Oh, you gotta fuck me up. So like late 80s.
Oh, Ray Liotta?
That's exactly who it is.
It's Ray Liotta?
It's Ray Liotta.
Goodfellas, 1990. Whoa.
I had a feeling if I narrowed it down enough, John would immediately go to Goodfellas and immediately
That's so unfair. I haven't seen Goodfellas yet.
Well, maybe you should watch Goodfellas.
It's okay.
It's okay. Don't cry. Jesus.
And then you can watch the remake of Goodfellas that Martin Scorsese made a few years later called Casino.
Oh, yeah.
Basically the same movie.
I feel like John has told me this exact detail before.
I mean, Joe Pesci's literally the same character in both movies.
It's great, though. And
it's so
they're
good.
both
it's
based
really
on
funny.
true stories.
Yeah. They're really good. They're both pretty good.
I don't know how you guys feel about Joe Pesci, but my aunt was so ride or die for Joe Pesci. She's like, I don't even care. Comedy, serious, all of them are perfect. Joe Pesci, perfect.
I feel like Joe Pesci's the kind of actor, and this, I'm not like knocking him. I really like Joe Pesci. I feel like he's the kind of actor where even when he's in a serious movie, he brings kind of an air of like comedicness to it, just by being himself.
He just like raises the not like the temperature, but like the mood of a room.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like Raging Bull is classified as a drama, but like I swear I'm laughing my ass off every single time Joe Pesci opens his mouth in that movie.
That's so true. Now, we each round tabled, but it's already been an hour. That's about...
Oh, my God.
That's about our podcast time. Well, we spent the first 20 minutes just shooting the shit instead of like doing the podcast. John, you feel good? Do you feel like you've strengthened your relationship with us and learned how to read our minds and stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of weird that Mason didn't choose a musician, and I was like, oh, great. Now I'm really in the dark.
And then you fucking nailed it. So like,
yeah. Boom. I thought about going with a musician, but I just didn't have anyone like good. Ray Liotta just seemed good.
You just felt it was just like when fucking Griffin picked John Leguizamo out of a tree.
Oh my God.
Like the forbidden fruit that fucking Eve ate.
He'd be a good person to do on this, John Leguizamo.
Oh God, I would never get to John Leguizamo. Like, no offense, but like.
Also, when was his peak? He's just kind of been steadily famous the same amount, like pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, like steadily inclining, just slowly but surely.
Yeah.
You know who has the steepest disappearance, like fucking rate out of everyone though, without dying? Oh. Who did you gonna say?
Oh, Katherine Heigl.
Oh my God, that's a good
interesting call.
I was gonna say Mickey Rourke, but he came back, so.
He did come back. I was gonna say Rick Moranis.
Oh fuck yeah.
You literally quit.
Yeah, that's sad, man. What?
That's sad. Fucking.
Honey, I shrunk my outreach.
No,
okay.
I guess Katherine Heigl so fast because she was on Grey's Anatomy And then she was like, yeah, that season wasn't as strong as it could have been, the writers, and I'm not going to go to the Emmys and da 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 da. And Grey's Anatomy was like, oh, really? Okay. Gone.
Gone.
Damn. So she got like kind of blacklisted, really.
Oh well, yeah, and because then after that, everybody who had been in movies with her was like, she is hell to work with, and so people
Wow.
stopped putting her in stuff.
That's crazy. No, she disappeared so hard. This is the first time I've heard someone casually talk about Katherine Heigl since she was in stuff.
Yep. Well, because then after she left Grey's Anatomy, and also her movie choices were just—it's like what she did Knocked Up, and then what One for the Money, like
right. And she thought she was better than she was. She thought she was like Julia Roberts, and I was like, no, you're not. No, you do romantic comedies, hon. You ain't winning no Oscars. Stop.
Yeah, nope.
You know how hard Julia Roberts worked for what she got? Fuck.
You got to be in a lot of Mystic Pizzas before you hit Aaron Brockovich status.
That's true. That's true.
Such a good sentence. Like, I want that sentence on a t-shirt. Holy shit. Talk about quotable. Fuck.
Yeah, I know movies sometimes.
Ah, you're good. I just think some of these, especially with trap music now, but a lot of these entertainers, they don't go through the ranks like they did before the internet. Like everybody thinks they're a SoundCloud rapper now, and I'm just like, stop, get out of my face.
Yeah, it's like very rarely does that actually work out for someone. Like I can only think of like one person who did the whole SoundCloud thing and actually blew up to
Chance the Rapper?
Yeah, to like an international degree.
Yeah, that. If you can sing, it's self-evident. If you think you can sing, I was gonna say, well, you can be on YouTube, but Lana Del Rey and Justin Bieber got their career off of just being on YouTube, so I shouldn't say that. So. Pause.
That's so true.
Pause that. Oh, if you guys want to wrap up, I don't want to ramble too long.
No, but I mean, fuck, you've got hot takes, John, and they're so true.
Yeah, well, since we're on this whole 90s stars thing, have you guys seen the Britney Spears documentary?
No, but God, I've seen clips from it because people have been talking about it, obviously, and like, talk about change your whole perspective, though, for real.
Yeah, and
like,
I know she's still in that heavy, was it like the legal battle with her dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mentioned that to my mom, and my mom, who like during the time was like, God, like a lot of horrible things are happening to her, was just like, I don't know why she's fighting her dad, and I was just like, how could you say that? Well, after like what she's going through now, she's like, well, because she went through all that crazy stuff, how could she be trusted? And I was like, fucking cool. We're just gonna talk about like no redemption though, right? Like, and not like the media fucking roasted her to death.
Yeah, I don't get that. They take away her ability to spend the money she made because she cut her hair. I'm like, if she cut her wrist and tried to like overdose on pills, I could kind of see the woman
Amanda
cut her
Bynes.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I mean, Michael Jackson literally dangled his son over a balcony.
Right.
People were less.
And he didn't ever lose his spending power, though.
Yeah.
Even
exactly.
with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people are less willing to give Britney Spears a second chance,
right?
Because she cut her hair one time.
Yeah.
Because
she was tired that she didn't have the autonomy over her body.
Yeah.
Like fuck, she didn't.
I'm gonna try to keep it short, but I was telling my aunt the difference between Britney Spears and somebody like Taylor Swift is Taylor Swift to this day is like, no, I have control over my stuff. I'm writing these songs. I'm doing this. And then when her record label tried to put her rights to her song, somebody else, for Scooter Braun, behind her back, she told everybody on Instagram and I think on Tumblr too and Twitter, said, this is not me. I'm not doing this. They're doing this behind my back. They would not negotiate in front of me. And I was like, but see, Britney Spears, in her condition of her parents being financially struggling and stuff like that, she was doing that so they could have money. Okay. And so like Taylor Swift comes from a very different background, and she's very well informed on what's happening around her. She's just not going out there and performing. But that's neither here nor there. So
I mean, to compare that kind of situation, like what happened with Taylor Swift, to what happened with Kesha.
Oh yeah. Oh my
That's
goodness.
like a fucking like a completely different side of the coin. Like, just fuck, man.
The weird thing about Kesha's, she wasn't suing for any money, and she just wanted to not work with him. She didn't want to be released from Sony Records or anything. She just didn't want to work with him. Yeah. And I'm like, you're trying to control this woman and you can't. You lose public opinion and then you're pressured into doing what you should have just done in the first place.
Yep.
It's like, how much easier would this all have been for everyone if you had just relented?
They strung it out so long, and it was just like, disgusting. So on that note,
it's a fucking dirty industry.
It's a fucking dirty industry for sure. On that just fucking deep ass note, fuck it. Let's bring it to a close. John, you okay if you sit through our outro real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. So you know where to find us. I know there's not usually episode corrections, but I will throw up. Probably I'll like insert it to the podcast. Let's do like 10 seconds of silent. I'll put it right here. The movie name that I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
Here we go. Hey guys, Future Alex here. It is not a movie, it's a barbecue restaurant, and we're talking about those chocolate-covered burnt ends, which are from a restaurant that is not in Dallas. It is Rollin' Smoke Barbecue in Austin. That address is 1501 East 6th Street, Austin, Texas, and support local business. Back to the show. Cool, this probably fit in there, that's probably fine. And we got Tumblr page, got updates and a follow-along guest list. That's GuESPers.tumblr.com. We got a Twitter page at GuESPers Podcast. We got an email, GuESpersPodcast@gmail.com. If you email us, I will psychically read the emails. That is always available, and no one will ever take it, and it's kind of a bummer. Just want to psychically read an email.
We have a YouTube page. We don't really have a link unless you get 100 subscribers. You can't have a customized link, but we have a YouTube page. You can search GuESPers on YouTube, find us there. We have an animated video that Alex worked really hard on to play over the podcast episodes, and so that's all good. And I just realized, I mean, we did just have the computer, but we didn't have our Ivan Iman this time.
Yeah, Ivan Iman was literally me just like having Google up on my laptop that is not an iProduct.
Yeah, so we'll get back to the Ivan Iman next week, but
Ivan Iman was hot and he's coming back for sure.
But yeah, so that was GuESPers guest stars.
That was GuESPers. Okay, John, Mason will now sing us out of the thing. Do you want to give Mason a theme in which he can sing us out of the podcast?
This is your show.
Okay. All right, so the theme is you have to sing it like Bob Dylan. All right, sing us out, May. That's good when he starts and then immediately laughs.
Oh, God.
You just kind of gotta stick your tongue to the roof of your mouth and then just fucking go for it.
This is what they're guessing.